past week, we can say there has been a shift in AI technology. So the artificial intelligence technology has been having a shift in the past week, and that is what we want to talk about: DeepSeek. So DeepSeek has made a dramatic entry into the artificial intelligence market with its cost-efficient and yet most powerful AI tool. So this is called the DeepSeek RA. This AI developed for just $5.6 million rivals the OpenAI model, the GPT-4 Turbo, which was developed for slightly nearly $500 million. So this has resulted to a lot of loss to the company that makes these chips, the Nvidia. But we will talk about the Nvidia later in another episode, where we will be discussing the impact of these DeepSeek AI and how the chips which the Nvidia makes have affected its price. But apart from all that, we are also talking about the USA. However, these DeepSeek has made this dramatic entry into the market, mostly being downloaded by the US citizens. The US may have to place sanctions the way they did with TikTok. This is because of security reasons. With all that, you know it where to get it all here on Expo News, and we kick it right now. With this groundbreaking move that has reshaped the AI, the artificial intelligence world and industry, with this Chinese startup DeepSeek, which has made its entry into the AI world noticed with its powerful and most effective AI tool, which is similar to ChatGPT, which is similar to all the Microsoft and the Google AIs, that is DeepSeek, the R1 AI model. This development came as a shock to the tech industry. So these tech giant, we can say this upcoming tech giant, developed this model for nearly less amount how OpenAI developed its own tech models. One of the most striking aspects of DeepSeek entry into the AI market is its affordability. While the companies such as OpenAI or Google have spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars into developing their AI models, DeepSeek AI says they managed to develop the DeepSeek R1 model with only 2,048 Nvidia, the H800 GPUs, at an expense of $5.6 million, a fraction of its competitors' investment. This is what the experts are saying, that it's cost effective and the approach could lower barriers to entry into the AI world if indeed they manage to develop that kind of AI from $5.6 million. So how does the DeepSeek compare with the OpenAI? So the DeepSeek R1 is positioned in direct competitor to the OpenAI GPT-4 Turbo. So an entry area comparison suggests that it holds up well. According to benchmarking test, DeepSeek R1 matches the DeepSeek Turbo in most of the natural languages processing tasks and outperforming previous models in coding and logistic reasoning. Unlike the OpenAI, so the DeepSeek has made it like an open source, enabling anyone to come in and make their own AI from just getting the codes on how they develop these models. Apart from all that development, the money, how has the market been affected? So the DeepSeek has arrived and has caused turbulence in the AI industry. This is what I'm talking about. So the Nvidia, the chip maker company, had a drop of 17%, contributing to 1 trillion decline, 1 trillion shillings in decline. So this means that the stock market dropped immediately after the release of the DeepSeek AI model. So in all these, so the price dropped. This is because the investors fear the rise of the cost-effective AI models and could reduce the demand and high-end GPUs effective to Nvidia dominance in the AI hardware. All these major players like the OpenAI sources and DeepMind are reportedly closely monitoring the DeepSeek advancement. Some experts believe that the entry of DeepSeek increases competitions with push of OpenAI firms to lower prices. Let's talk about the privacy and the data privacy and security concerns about from the USA and how is your data safe. So despite the technical advancement, DeepSeek AI has already drawn controversy over data privacy. Has been a lot of concerns over privacy concerns. Reports indicate DeepSeek collects and stores users' data in China, leading to fears that the Chinese government could access sensitive information from their servers. Mirrors concerns for the US government, which were similar like those for TikTok, because they were complaining that TikTok servers are in China and the US government isn't comfortable with having servers of their citizens in China. Cybersecurity experts are concerned with DeepSeek capabilities of really being able to control or store data in Chinese in Chinese servers and may subject the government to surveillance. It's quite funny how the USA is reacting with the competition that China is giving. Soon we will get to see which of these countries is superpower, because this fight in AI and technology is getting worse indeed. But as we talk about data security or data privacy and security concerns, there is also another issue of censorship. So this issue is where DeepSeek has been put into a task of really being able to explain things that happen in China. Example of those issues is the Taiwan's independence and human rights issues in China. So the DeepSeek, unlike the OpenAI models, which allows for open discussions in global and political issues, DeepSeek follows the Chinese censorship policies where they are not allowed, where it's not allowed to communicate or speak on issues about the Chinese government or anything concerning the Chinese that is not showing well of its country. While testing it, one news said like this: if you ask this DeepSeek about the Chinese politics, it either refuses to answer it or gives heavily scripted response favoring the Chinese government. Apart from all these, I've seen the comparisons of these two AIs in making visually impossible things such as a candle, a writing candle, and the comparison is just out of this world. Is something that we will like to see. Let us now talk about the pros and the cons of these. Yes, one of the pros is that it is cost effective, and also it's an open source where developers, researchers can access its model weight and promote more innovations, and also it's effective in computing with a mix of experts and reducing unnecessary energy consumption. But what are the challenges facing the DeepSeek AI models? One of those is data privacy issues, with data being stored in the Chinese servers raises security concerns. And also there is another issue of censorship. So this model politically sensitive topics. So this model avoids politically sensitive topics that are affecting the Chinese government or anything sensitive about China. Another one is the market disruptions, where the AI hardware disruptions like Nvidia may see decrease in demand as AI development becomes more and more effective. So what next for DeepSeek? With the US mounting more pressure on DeepSeek and all that, DeepSeek faces a lot of a hard way in front of it. Will it comply with the US regulations, or will it face similar fates? But one thing for certain is that the AI war between China and the US has just begun.